it's Coach SilverVaro, Tonight I want to just make a quick video about heel floss in regards to plantar fasciitis and other general heel discomfort. That being said, obviously I'm not a doctor. Can't diagnose anything, provide medical advice, nothing like that. Just going to provide some stretches that helped me in my experience. So, obviously, if you're having heel issues or whatever, you're going to go to the doctor first, not YouTube. So, all that stuff out of the way. One basic thing. Alright, we're starting up to warm up. What we're going to do, keep your legs straight, bring it out in front of you a little bit. Just going to do the basic heel floss. Foot over to the inside, flex it back. Keep applying that, flexing back, relax. Get over to the outside. Same thing. Flex your foot up towards you so that your shins are engaged. So obviously if you're standing up, it's using your calves. So the opposite of that would be your shins. Now you may not feel anything right off the bat. And if you don't have heel issues at all, you may not feel any tightness. But if you do, this will probably light it up real quick. Alright? So, just go each side a few times. And then switch feet. Now my left foot, actually, I got a pinched nerve I'm getting over at the moment. It's not even in the bottom of my heel, it's a nerve that connects, starts at the side of the heel. Not exactly sure what it was from. Jiu-jitsu, doing ball slams from the pull-up bar, picking up a slam ball with my feet, throwing it against the wall, stuff like that. Not really sure. So I was jogging in, it was cold, trying to get out of the cold, and felt a little something. And it's been burning, shooting fire at my leg ever since, but it's getting better. Just like with the plantar fasciitis, working at the very range that kind of hurts is really what helped it. Alright, so you've gone back and forth a couple times, warmed up both feet. Now, another little drill you can throw in on top of that for part of your warm-up. It's a little less tedious than doing the alphabet. As you can do, you can spell your name like in caps. But I would say exaggerate the letters, that way you get more range. So you can spell your name in caps. If you got a short first and last name, you can go over it twice. So a lot of the stuff that we do with the forearm stretches and warm-ups, a lot of it translates down to the feet. Just the same way like when we do push-ups, a lot of the push-up drills that we do and working on breaking the push-ups down, different ranges, a lot of that translates over to the sit-ups. So when you're stretching the forearm stretches that you've seen in another video, which we'll get a dedicated one for that here shortly, that stuff translates almost right over to your feet. So, we did the basic heel floss, we did the spelling your name in caps. Now, we're going to do, I call it the shin sweep because the shin is staying flexed. The foot's back. And we're just going to work the full range going back and forth a couple of times. Keeping that foot flexed back, the shins flexed, all the way to the inside, sweep over to the outside. Okay, now we've done that. And here's another thing. You can do this inside of your shoes too. A physical therapist called it toe yoga. So just to start out with the base, alright? Press the big toe down, and you're going to bring all the other toes up. And that's a constant force. Applying the big toe down, and trying to bring all the other ones up. So if you had shoes on, you'd be like you're trying to rip them through the top of your shoes. And then switch that. All the toes down, the big toes coming up, trying to rip through the top of the shoe. The other toes are digging down. Now if you're not wearing shoes, you'll get more range. You'll get more range of motion out of that. But at the same time, if you're in your shoes, it's going to offer some resistance. So it's good to try it both. But you know, if you're at work, you can't exactly take out your shoes and start doing all your stretches. You can do as much as you can. So doing the toe yoga. Now, why did I mention that? Because that's a good exercise on its own. But when you bring that into like the heel floss, stuff like that, it changes it a lot. So let's say we're going to do the shin sweep, right? Shins flex back, foot's flex towards you. Now we bring in toe yoga. Now if you look at my shins, you see little muscles moving there. When you train for health, first, you may end up doing some things that normally wouldn't be in your regimen or normally wouldn't be a priority, but when you decide to implement new things for health, all the other things that you wanted, performance, balance, strength, dexterity, they're all going to come as a side effect. So you got to be open-minded and always looking for new things, and always learning more about your body and what works, and looking for new things. And you gotta be patient and consistent. And you gotta put in the time. If you've ever gone to physical therapy, just consider that a learning experience. Not necessarily they're gonna fix you. You gotta take what information they give you and build on it. And expand. And then bug the heck out of them. Ask them all the questions you can. Because they didn't teach me all this, it was just things that I threw together. Adapted, blended, a lot of different things. But they're a great inspiration, and part of how I model my stuff. Sort of, self-maintenance type of thing, as well as progression, conditioning, and strength, and all that. Now, one thing you notice, or I'll show you rather, is the heel floss. If you don't feel that intense under the heel, well, that's why I didn't say to bring your leg up real high, because we're just warming up. If you don't feel it, trust me, you keep that leg straight, and you carefully, as you progress up carefully, you can go ahead and just try heel floss, increasing the height of your leg, keeping a straight leg. As it gets higher and higher, you're going to feel it. If you got issues with your feet and the plantar fasciitis, you're going to feel it the higher that leg comes up. Or if you've got a pinched nerve, or I do, you feel it. So, or anytime you're sitting down, you're sitting down at work, whatever, you can work on your feet tightness, relieving the tightness, because that's what's going to help. Well, that's what helped me anyway with the planer and stuff. And then I don't have one right now. If I had a Bose ball, I'd show you, get on the platform side. Not only show you what I do, but how I got there, and how to rapidly get there, how to safely and rapidly increase your balance so you can get to doing the kind of routines that I do to really loosen up the feet and relieve a lot of that tension and tightness that causes all those issues and that pain. And the side effect that I got from that is like really, really strong feet, mad strong feet. I grab lapels with my toes and pull people, keep them at bay from finishing a submission on me. Catch my breath again and then continue on. Not saying submit people with my feet or anything like that, but every little thing helps. But that's not why I did the Bose and all that stuff. Do it to keep my feet healthy, keep them loose. But the side effect, I get lots of strength out of it. And another big thing, I got a lot more balance out of it. So I took a little challenge of a review, knocking the Bosus, and really, I think it was more just about personal trainers misusing them with their clients than anything. But I started closing my eyes bit by bit with balance stuff, and then carefully with the Bosu in little amounts. But more so off the Bosu just to be safe. But now I'm to the point where I don't really need to see to do whatever I want on the Bosu and have the same balance on the platform side. So once I get a hold of one of those, or get film rights and somewhere where I can use one, start putting a lot of tutorials out for that. So again, anytime you're sitting down, right, we can do our heel flops, right? You're sitting, if you have room to extend your leg, if you're at a desk or workstation or whatever, increase the height of the leg, and then carefully, slow and controlled, quite as fast as I was doing it, right? Especially if you've got a lot of tension, just really carefully, and spend some time in each range, and put the toes back and forth. That will also relieve some of the tension, and it'll increase a lot of development up in here, and just build up more of your shin muscles. Because just sort of like grip strength, more stuff we do like this, like you don't have to pick up a weight to increase your grip strength. Same thing here. You don't necessarily have to use a machine or bands or anything to increase the strength of your shins. You just get real technical and do a lot. Put some time into it. Every time you sit down and watch TV, bam, 2 in 1. You're doing it for the health of your feet, but all that side effect that you're getting, crazy, crazy strong shins and feet. Over time, 6 months is when I started all this. When I started, working the position that I am, being full-time instructor with my own program, developing it all, running it all myself. Before that, I couldn't hang from the top of my feet, and it didn't happen right away. But a couple of months ago, after settling into the way I'm running the program and what it's all based around, it's pretty much physical therapy. But in June is really when I started with the Bosu, and my joints were feeling the jiu-jitsu and doing 3 classes a day with me fully participating 100%. I had to start making my routines almost more about recovery than progression, but they're so technical and long, have so much time in the gym that can't help but progress. That's all side effect. So once again, you got to find ways to incorporate into your schedule using the things that I showed you. One last thing, right? So to help with some of the tightness, before we had the Bosu, almost as like a workout for it, you're gonna carefully stretch the haunches see, I'm not coming up on the toes. But neither heel is fully resting on the ground. Now one thing, you got your regular calf raise. Now engage your toes. So you're almost pulling yourself back down. More engagement. All the way around. Not straining. Again. Relaxing and working hard. Not straining and losing concentration. So if you're up, just get up. That's another thing too. You come up to the top of your comfortable range again. It's always up to you to, stop an activity or modify it or tone it down or take a break when you get to that threshold of strain. If you have to strain to complete it, you need to find another way. You need to take a step back, or just if you've done a lot of reps already that were complete, well, that's probably your cutoff for the day. When you have to strain to complete something. No sense in getting hurt, because then that's not training healthy. It's not being true to yourself either. If you can't truly do it, then you need to find a way to get there. So, yeah, we're shooting for more engagement all the way around. So, not just a regular calf raise. Right? Hover your heels off the ground, and then engage the top of your feet. Engage the toes. So that your shins are starting to become more flexed as well. So you come up, pulling yourself down. And then start leaving one foot up and alternating. And then you can transition back and forth. And then piece by piece, squat. Because we haven't stretched yet, so if you're not feeling comfortable with the squat yet, then save that until after you've stretched all the relevant areas. So that pretty much wraps up today. Again, just a quick recap. Start out, you've got your basic heel floss, flexing in and then out a couple times each foot. Then spell your name in caps, exaggerated letters each foot a couple times. Let's see what's next. And then of course your shin sweep. Then your toe yoga, right? And then shin sweep with the toe yoga, and so on. But if you just run through those over and over again, and then make them more technical. Make them more technical. Make it yours, you know what I mean? Just take what I've shown, apply it your way, make it more technical. So, try some of that stuff, and see if your feet don't feel quite a bit different. At the very least, a little stronger, a little more relaxed, a little looser. Alright, train safe, train hard. Till next time.